Welcome to our daily reflection for this Wednesday, February 7th. And today, all the readings are about wisdom. We hear about the wisdom of Solomon and how the Queen of Sheba comes and makes a long journey so that she can hear the wisdom of Solomon. And then she's blown away by that wisdom that she's heard. And then we have Psalm 37, which talks about how the wise will speak words of wisdom that will enlighten our heart and our mind. And then we see Jesus, who is the embodiment of wisdom. And Jesus will give us his wisdom on true purity. And that purity is not about outward ritual purifications. And so the Jews, especially the Pharisees, with the return from exile, wanted to make Israel pure. And so they got focused on accidental outward signs of purity, ritual purifications of washing and cleansing, and all those kinds of things. And Jesus gets to the heart of the matter with his wisdom. And he tries to teach the Jews of his day and the Pharisees that purity is not about what's outside. In other words, Jesus shows us he's going to turn things inside out. In other words, he's going to show that it's the inside. It's a matter of the heart, not the hands. That if you want purification, you have to purify your heart and your purity of intentions and desiring, not your ritual washing and your hand washing, right? And that's going to be really important. It's not about outward ceremonies, it's about inward intentions. And so Jesus says, it's not what comes out of a man that defiles him, but from within the man, right? From the heart come evil thoughts, unchastity, theft, murder, adultery, greed, malice, deceit, licentiousness, envy, blasphemy, arrogance, folly. All these evils come from within, and they defile, right? They defile. That's the real defilement, is the defilement of our heart and our purity of intentions. And so what Jesus is saying is, look, I want you to be pure, but to do that, you've got to guard your heart. And what does he mean by that? Our heart is where our love comes from. And if we love money too much, that's greed, and it leads to covetousness and theft and those bad desires. From our heart comes love, but that love can be, despoiled and profaned by lust, where we want to use someone, not serve someone, right? And so he talks about the desire for adultery, the desire for lust, all these different desires. And so out of our heart comes our desires. And so what we need to do is to guard our heart and our desires. And so let's go to God and say, Lord, purify my desires, purify my heart. Help me not to desire more money, more pleasure, but help me to desire to love you and to love others truly. And that is how our heart will be purified and how our heart will reflect the love of God. And then our hearts will find a deeper, abiding freedom, because we'll be detached from desiring things and we'll desire a person, that is God and his love. And that we will simply desire to basically satisfy God's desires for ourselves. And we will want to win his heart, and we won't be focused on ourselves. And then we will have true purity of heart. That's what God wants. And I want to thank everybody who supports us in our mission here at the Augustine Institute. Whether you give in the Mission Circle or you give just with a donation at any time in any way, I want to thank you for your support and your purity of heart that supports our mission to help Catholics understand, live, and share their faith. May the Lord bless and keep you all.
This daily reflection is brought to you thanks to the generous support of the Mission Circle. Join the Mission Circle to help Catholics worldwide understand, live, and share their faith. Sign up at missioncircle.org today.